Every summer, the Indian Ocean monsoon brings rain to this inhospitable land. Its harsh climate turns into a season of joy for wildlife. The rainy weather takes a toll on wildlife photographers, but they've gotten used to it. "4,000 meters above sea level, this plateau is covered with low shrubs and moss. Its scarce traces of life are a reminder that the area lies on nature's frontier. At the bottom of the canyon, 2,000 meters below, the view is totally different. Beautiful and serene, this is where humanity flourishes. Blocked by the towering Himalayas, the Indian Ocean's powerful, warm air current squeezes into the deep canyon, bringing tremendous rainfall to the area. It's also the largest water vapor channel on the Tibetan Plateau. From the ice fields on snow-capped mountains to the subtropical rainforest in the valley, all the natural belts in the northern hemisphere are concentrated within a tight altitude band of around 6,000 meters. Some animals and plants, although not being native to the area, have flourished. Many ancient species have survived the Quaternary Glacier here, protected by its unique topography. The area is home to a rich array of wildlife. This is southeastern Tibet in China. The Yarlung Seongpo Grand Canyon here is one of the largest in the world. These spectacular scenes showcase an environment that is totally removed from city life. In late autumn, in southeastern Tibet, these alpine forests get covered by their first snowfall. The rainy season has ended. Areas that saw no snow are predictably dry. The broadleaf forests, sitting at a lower altitude, take on multiple colors. Autumn is the perfect time for wildlife photographers to get close-ups of large animals. With meadows and forests at higher altitudes having withered, larger animals will move to lower ground in search of food. The Yarlung Seongpo Grand Canyon is flanked by the Namcha Barwa and the Jiyala Peri Mountains. It's here that photographers will carry out a survey of the canyon at the northern foothill of the Jiyala Peri Mountain. After passing through the gentler areas, the beautiful scenery at the foot of the mountain vanishes. The photographers will now have to endure strong torrents and high cliffs.
水和土里，这个本身要少。
看到没有？它在吃草呢。哦。羚牛的指名亚种，然后秦岭那边就是金毛牛角羚嘛，是金色的，然后四川的话呢比较灰黑一点的，但是四川的呢黑这个亚种我也是第一次见，但是很明显，你看它的头、屁股、四肢非常黑。
The photographers have found larger takins here. The subspecies of the takin is also known as the Bhutan takin. Its numbers in the wild have dwindled, making them a rare sight. The photographers are excited. This rare animal that looks like a cross between cattle and goat lives at high altitudes in spring and summer before migrating to the depths of the untraversed canyon in autumn and winter. Tracking them is extremely difficult, so these clear videos and photos will allow the whole world to appreciate them in detail. The weather on the plateau is volatile. As the team heads back, the first snowfall of autumn begins. Plants, once standing vibrant, have withered, but the diminishing foliage has provided a clear view for photographers. They soon encounter the Himalayan mon owl. No more than 1,000 of these animals remain today. It has been listed as a first-class state-protected species. Catching even a glimpse of them is difficult. The photographer Dong Lei's favorite spots lie 4,200 meters above sea level in the northern foothill of Yarlung Peri Mountain. Against a backdrop of white snow, the feathers of the Himalayan mon owl take on a whole new life. During late autumn, the temperature drops, making the air thinner. But this hasn't affected the wildlife. Visitors find the vivid scenery intoxicating, but they need to be patient. The photographers move from the bottom of the canyon at the foot of Yarlung Peri Mountain to the entrance of Yarlung Seongpo Grand Canyon. They're here to carry out a one-month survey, which will take them from 2,500 meters to 5,000 meters above sea level. Hopefully, their hard work will pay off. They are here to shoot video and take photos of more than 800 wild animals, including many rare species. They're deeply moved by the beautiful environment here. Even wildlife photographers, who have been here many times, have yet to discover even a fraction of the area's rich and diverse wildlife. Everything from wild animals to exotic plants are captured in time through their lenses.
这这面主要是一是高海拔，二是地域面积比较大，这儿需要人付出很多的体力才可以到达目的地，难度大，主要是在这儿。
The problems shooting in the high mountains slow the photographer.
就是海拔4500米左右的这个草甸流石滩这个地方，看到一种植物叫拟多刺绿绒蒿，它是很漂亮的。它虽然不太高，但是蓝色的花很漂亮。这种植物呢，现在记载就是西藏林芝地区的特有物种，非常漂亮，而且花色有蓝色的、紫色不同的花色，也拍到了很漂亮的照片。我觉得这是一个很好的收获，甚至，我觉得拟多刺绿绒蒿都可以作为我们大峡谷或者林芝地区的代表的典型的植物。
This type of plant can't be transplanted or grown artificially. It stands alone in a desolate landscape. Despite appearing vulnerable, it's strong. It can burst into a gorgeous bloom with the smallest touch of melted ice. At the bottom of the canyon, subtropical forests provide sufficient oxygen. The seemingly flat meadow contains rich moisture and fertile soil. Most plants here grow close to the ground and are short and thin, but the moisture here makes the petals bright. Wildlife photographer Peng Jiansheng can never get enough of scenes like this.
这个植物呢是毛茛科的金棉花，它在这样的高山草原上会形成大面积的优势种群，它同时也是非常好的牧草。
On the nearby hillside, pine, spruce, and fir coexist. For insect photographer Lei Boer, the fallen tree trunks and branches are areas where he can discover and record some of the tiniest creatures on the hillside. There's a hidden world within the rotten branches and thick moss.
这是一种比较独特的天牛，它的翅膀只有一半的被那个鞘翅覆盖。 对他们一个自然状态记录的一个爱好者，不是说一个做标本的爱好者。就说这些小东西往往是被大众所忽视的一个东西，但是我们通过镜头把它表现出来，啊，让大众能够感受到它们也是一个生命的一部分。这个比较好的机会打一个光线。
These tiny insects represent life's miracles and bring even more surprises to the photographers. By chance, they have found a rare primitive insect, unique to this area. In the past, this species of insect was only found on the southern bank of the Yarlung Seongpo River. This is the first time it's been found on the northern bank. The experts may need to rethink what they know about the habitat of this tiny creature.
This 有一个很大的蜂巢，那是一种叫黑大蜜蜂的喜马拉雅特有的蜜蜂。我们去拍那个蜜蜂的蜂窝。如果一会儿它攻击我们，千万不能脱衣服，把衣服全部拉严了，赶紧跑到车上去，把门关死。
This giant bee is aggressive. Taking photos of them has its risks. But instead of bad news, the challenge brings a new discovery.
在悬崖上面有巨大的蜂巢，可能有2、3米，可能有几十万只蜜蜂，叫黑大蜜蜂在上面住。但是在拍那个蜜蜂的时候，我们非常意外地发现了一种鸟，
它专门来吃这个蜂巢。
This type of bird is common in Pakistan and India. Locals consider it to be a honey guide, but it's rare in China.
我一旦进入那种自然的环境，就会感觉到一种非常平静、非常宁静的一种心态气氛，在城市里面是感受不到这种气氛的。
我只是大自然当中的一个很微小的一小分子。
The highest river on Earth runs through its highest plateau. They act like two rivals as well as two affectionate lovers. This is indeed a remarkable symbiosis. In the eyes of scientists, it's the key to unlocking the Earth's history. For those who get near, it's definitely more than just a beautiful natural painting. Some people call it the rock and roll of ancient China. It became an independent form of performance art less than 10 years ago. Before, folk artists had performed it behind the scenes, while shadow puppetry, another unique form of performance art, was shown in the foreground. Chinese shadow puppetry has a history of over 2,000 years. It takes different forms and is accompanied by different types of music and singing, spanning across the country. Modern society is in a constant struggle between balancing tradition and innovation. The secrets of what goes on behind the scenes of shadow puppetry will be revealed on stage. Join us for part 2 of The Wonders of China.